That scare you?
Is this too loud?
Oh.
Why is that?
Whoa. Let's start the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the FPV Show. This is episode 40 of the FPV podcast for pilots, by pilot, or pilots. We'll see how many in the coming minutes. I am a dirt diver FPV, joined as always by Gap at FPV.
Hey, howdy, hey.
And bluegrass.multirotor.
What's up, y'all?
We have I don't know what a pile of voicemails would be, but we have a gaggle of voicemails.
A murder of voicemails.
A murder of voicemails for everybody. I mean, there's not that many, but it's going to be
You know
a
what a
blast.
pack of stingrays is called?
No.
A fever of stingrays.
Oh, I like that. Do you know
Isn't
what
that sweet?
Do you know what a group of apes is called? A shrewdness.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, the show. We also we have a small shrewdness of voicemails and a couple giveaways, I think. And
Nice.
some paydays coming from last week's bet.
And don't forget, before we move on to that stuff, don't forget our friends at Emacs USA, the coupon code FPVShow, all one word, for 10% off everything at their site. Go forth and buy.
Woo!
The FPV show with Gabby, Blue, and Dirt. Yeah.
So a little catch up. Let's
Catch up?
see what everybody's been up to for the last week or so. I guess it's been a little longer. So we're recording this one a little late. Gap, have you been flying any?
I've been flying a little bit. It's been, I think you probably know about this a little bit, but up here it's been, I think there's been 3 hours of non-rain in the past since we recorded last.
Yeah, something happened.
exaggerating?
Something happened to our fall because it just
How
disappeared.
cold is it?
Not that cold. There was a cold snap last week a little bit, but when it's really sunny here, it's really cold, so I like it. But then, like, it's been seriously nonstop raining for, I think, 7 days.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
So I have been a bench wizard. I've been like, I have so
bench
many.
wizard.
Oh, dude, I've built so much stuff. Everything is so updated and clean and like crazy. So I built and flew a whoop with a little. Maybe you know about this, Blue, because you're building one too. But I got this brand, this like super crazy pony-esque brand of Amazon stuff called
Beta
FPV. Yeah. And I got their little board, and I got their motors and all their stuff.
Did you get
And
the F3?
I got the F3, but it's the one without the OSD on it.
You mean you didn't want to splurge for the OSD on your tiny whoop?
No, but I'm gonna on the next one.
I did.
Oh, did you? Oh man, it's so cool. Do you get RSSI and stuff?
I don't know. USPS didn't want to show up to work today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Pensioners.
So tell me about these. So you guys are talking about a whoop with an upgraded board. Like I have that. What was that?
B-Brain.
I think I have the B brand on my whoop. So you guys, is it totally different whoop? Are you guys doing different motors and stuff too?
I'm doing. So I was a total noob to whooping. I think the last whoop that I flew was the one I sent to Blue like 8 months ago,
Yeah.
and it was. I think that was even like a stock one, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it
was
was
that the stock? Yeah,
Yeah, because
I
it's
guess
got the
into a
blade, it's got
shitty
the
controller.
Inductrix controller. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this one, it just runs Beta Flight, and it's called Beta FPV, and it's very Chief Crazy Pony-esque.
Yeah.
And it's rad because you can set it up in Beta Flight. But I'm running the little 6x15, which I think are like the stock size motors, but I'm running the relatively high kV ones. Like, it's stupid, like 19,000. Yeah.
Yep.
And it flies pretty good. Like, I didn't know at the time that you could get bigger motors, and I guess that's kind of what everyone's doing, right, Blue? Like, people are getting is it 6x15 people are getting?
That's
or
the
7?
stock size. The 7mm is the bigger motor. That's what I just bought for this one.
Okay. And everyone's digging it, I think, right? That's pretty much standard almost at this point.
Yeah, I know that I flew Jesse's whoop in the cave the past weekend, and I don't think they're the special sauce motors, so I don't think they're 7mm.
Well, there's also the tall ones, the 6x17s.
Oh.
6x20s or
Yeah,
something.
I think it's a certain kV.
But
okay.
are those allowed in like the whoop races and crap that people are doing? Have they sussed out?
I have no idea. I don't think there's high regulation in the whoop racing realm.
Yeah.
Say
It's
that
kind of
3
like
times fast.
it's kind of like whatever can get through those little miniature fucking gates. I mean,
Whoop racing
yeah.
realm, whoop racing.
doing
I
it.
can't do it.
But anyway, so I got this one. It has the stock size motors, and it's fun, but it's like right on the cusp of being really fun. Like
Yeah.
it does a thing where you really have to stay off the throttle around corners and stuff, otherwise you'll spin out. And I was gonna ask you, Blue, like, did you tune yours up at all?
You can't on the Inductrix.
Oh right, duh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's one of the main draws. I was drawn to a new flight controller. That was why I just wanted to do a whole new thing.
Dude, and the OSD, how cool is that? I'm so spoiled by the OSD. Like, you can tune your Tiny Whoop from your goggles.
That's
the
nuts.
future,
I
boys.
didn't even
That is
think
insane.
about it. Is it a Betaflight OSD?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just gonna be like voltage and shit.
No, it's Betaflight OSD.
that's
How fucking
hilarious.
cool is that? Yeah.
It'd just be there like, yeah. Oh man.
Oh, sorry,
Go through an entire battery while you're trying to set it up.
Oh man, imagine like smart audio. You go into like pit mode. You put it on like 500 milliwatts and the thing just dies in the air. But one thing really quick on tuning it that I found is I had never tuned a fucking Tiny Whoop before. I didn't know
Yeah,
that was
can
a
I
thing.
get them PIDs?
Well, I just like honestly, I cranked everything so high because the motors have no power, and so it's really hard to overtune it, right? Because it's not going to oscillate. They have no power.
You're just gonna burn up the damn motor.
Yeah, you just burn them up. So I cranked yaw P up to like 120 something or 130 something.
Whoa.
And everything else is high. I'll send a screen cap. Remind me.
Do you have a thermometer you can see how hot your little cans are getting?
I should get a little fucking infrared cam.
Yeah, one of those little laser.
Yeah. It's just like one of the motors just like falls out because it melted the plastic.
It melts the arm and just starts drooping.
But if, like with that, it flies great. Even on the like Betaflight, what's it called?
321.
Yeah, well, yeah, I put that on there, and it also has the. I think I did that, but it also has the auto level in Betaflight, which Jesse was saying isn't as good as the Inductrix one. But I mean, for me, like flying indoors with that thing with auto level, it's so fun.
So that's something we did in the cave. Is we tried to fly an acro because I mean, there's a shit ton of room, and
Yeah.
man, it is just so weird.
Well, it almost feels like there's a delay because
I think that
like
is part of it.
it could be. I think there might be a little bit of inherent delay, but I think that it's also just has no power, so it doesn't like you're like I'm gonna full bottle, like I'm gonna back up and stop out of this, and you hit the gas, and it just kind of keeps going in the direction it's going.
Yeah.
because
It starts flailing as it falls.
yeah, because it's like a 1.1 to 1 ratio power to weight.
So Gap, you're gonna get those 7mm motors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be. Yeah, let us know what that's like because I'm interested. I would do that for sure.
So this has
Do you
been
have one, Dirt?
Tiny Whoop talk.
Yeah,
You do have a whoop? Okay.
yeah. It's inside the 3D printed case that I put it in like 1 year ago and I haven't touched it.
Okay, so quick follow up on the rest of the things I did. I finished for the most part Tucker Gott's Steve's build.
Yeah,
It's pretty slick, dude. That Steve's frame is slick.
Isn't that
It's so easy
nice?
to build.
I've got one to build. So, Dirt, you're a master of building them now. Can you help me?
yes, yeah. I can definitely tell you the difference between the parts between it and the Brap.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just
They're all
lay them all out,
categorized.
and you can, open that picture up in Paint and tell me what's what. Okay.
So yeah, what threw me off was the that top plate goes on top of the arms. That's
you don't say.
well, it's not okay. No, it's not a top plate.
The
It's
top
a,
of the bottom plates.
the top of the bottom plates because they're just sandwiched
okay,
between the
it's
arms.
a sandwich. Gotcha.
I kept putting that plate on the bottom, which you can technically do,
Yeah,
but it just throws off all the. You have to use like the longer
Makes
standoffs
alignment
that they
a
provide
bitch.
and stuff.
yeah. The arms are the meat of the sandwich.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
knows that. Did you tell me this real quick on the Steez or whatever one you built?
Yeah.
They have this weird standoffs, right? So there's like 3 total standoffs. There's like the 2 that are adjacent to the flight controller, and then 1 in the back.
Yep.
Does the one that's adjacent to your flight controller completely block the USB?
Yes.
Yeah,
You have
what
to
the
take
fuck?
that. You have to take that out to use the USB port.
Why don't
Yeah.
you just rotate your board 90 degrees or
Because,
180?
A lot of boards have directional ESC pads and motor stuff, and I just didn't want to. I really care about my Instagram photos of like it being a clean build without wires crossing.
Okay, sure.
Well, because the Hobby Wing stack, you'd have to rotate all your ESCs and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. You're talking about with Hobby Wing.
Yeah, at least on mine.
Yeah, and I used the CLF4, which I'm now worried about because on the CLF4 page it's like does not work with the following, and then it's like all Emacs ESCs, Crossfire does not work with KISS ESCs, does not work when it's raining, kind of thing.
What? Why?
They were having the death roll situation.
Yeah, I think that's been addressed, and Loose Transistor did some testing, and he said he didn't have any issues with Crossfire on his.
But how? That's weird that they're calling out ESCs, because I mean the protocol is the protocol. Like if they're putting out a standard D shot or whatever shot, I mean it should just work.
Jello shot. I think the issue is voltage spikes, and I think some ESCs have inherently higher voltage spikes they send back to the flight controller / PDB.
Were they having people install caps?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
So tell me if I'm crazy here. I didn't. So
well,
I got
you're definitely crazy, but this won't change that. What?
I got on this build. It was pretty much all stuff that was sent to us for Tucker's sake. So the Steves was sent by What You Got guys. Thank you for that. And then Emacs sent their light spec motors and their new 35 amp Pro ESCs.
Okay.
That I think have caps on them. And so I hooked that up.
Take a picture of them. I'll let you know.
Okay, I will. I hooked that up. And then I put a giant, 670, whatever UF stands for, cap on the microfarad.
Yes.
Ultra fuck.
What you? Utility fuck. I put a big one of those on the main board, and I'm hoping that helps a little bit. Because I think what's happening is the voltage spikes come and it resets the board, or something.
What was the voltage rating on that cap?
35.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, and do you think do you think that is almost as good as putting caps on HESC?
Well, you want it to be as close to the noise source as possible. Yeah. From what I'm regurgitating.
Okay. All I know is I'm going to test this thing in the living room and hope it doesn't spin roll out into my cat.
Yeah. I mean, since we're sending it to Tucker, you should probably
make sure it's not going to rip somebody's face off or take a kite out of the air. You know?
So that's why if it was just me, if it was just me, I would go fly it and see if it broke. But since I'm sending it away,
I'm so glad you're building this.
Yeah, I might just I might put some caps on the SCs and or put a TVS diode on there.
Do you still have some diodes? Right.
Yeah, I just bought a bunch more. It came in a fucking twister box sized box, and it has how small diodes are. I bought 10 diodes, and it came in a box.
They're like sesame seeds.
It came in 3 shoebox sized box. Yeah, I'm like, thanks, DigiKey.
They do that all the time, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll be sending that out to him if I can ever fly it and tune it.
Sweet.
Which is next time it stops raining. And that's all I did. Did you fly it all dirt, or was it all PPPG?
I flew a few random packs, my usual thing, and then actually the weather, like you mentioned, turned to epic crap, so I haven't been able to do anything. But I went flying the paramotor this morning, and I flew a pack on the way home, but in a totally boring spot. Yeah, I drove about an hour away, or 45 minutes, to this little town called Baker to fly paramotors, and they have an old, I don't know what it is, I don't know, full size aviation that planes that well.
Okay.
But it's an airplane up on a pillar, on a post, propped
so like
up.
at a memorial or something?
Kind of, yeah. It's like
monument?
I wanted to fly. I wanted to fly around that thing so bad.
Can you do orbity stuff on it? How tight is your turning radius on that thing?
Oh, I meant fly FPV around it so bad.
Oh,
but... not kite.
Sorry.
Whenever you talk about flying, I just assume it's you in the air.
Yeah. No, I wanted to FPV around it, but it is at an airport, and I don't think they would be that cool with it.
You get just permission to buzz the tower, and they'd be like, no, you'd like permission to buzz the F-18 on a stick, and they'd be like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's somewhere between a Cessna and an F-18. It looks.
How funny would that monument be? It's just like a Piper Cub.
It kind of is. I mean, hell, I don't know. That could be what it is. But the flying this morning, the paramotor flying this morning was really good. The winds were calm and the whole valley was foggy, so I was flying in and out of these fog patches. And then one time I just turned straight into the fog and was like, okay, shit, I'm in it now. And I just goosed the throttle, and about 60 seconds later slowly popped up the top of the fog bank. It was like, holy shit, you get lost in that stuff easy.
And that's what happened to Gap when he lose this damn quad, man.
Yeah,
we could lose you that way. You
have a GPS though. Is there a return to home feature?
Yeah, yep, it's on my leg.
That's good.
I push a button, it starts walking.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you've been flying a lot. How many days have you flown in the past? Out of the past 10 days?
Paramotor?
Yeah.
The past 10 days? Twice maybe.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had the opportunity because this weather has been horrible.
Right.
And there's snow on the ground. There's an inch of, half inch of snow. It finally melted. I don't know. This fall sucked. There's no fall.
Yeah, it lasted 3 weeks. Okay, Blue, did you fly at all?
Yes, I finally broke my silence. I know. It's pretty monumental.
Hashtag FPV me too.
Yeah. Yeah, finally. No, it had been like 5 weeks, and my first flight was in the damn cave for my first heat.
God damn it.
At the yeah, I know, living up to true blue fashion. Like, I didn't even test it at the Airbnb before we left.
Was it the first time you'd powered it on when you were like getting ready for the race?
So do we have time for a little bit of a short story?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got there like at 11. I got there at 11 Friday night, and racing started Saturday morning at like 8 or 9. And I still had shit to fix on my quads, obviously. Mainly just getting the right antenna shits on there, because most of them had UFLs, and I needed to be able to swap polarizations. So I went to change the VTX on one of my quads, ripped the UFL out. In the process of doing that, I wired up the camera backwards and smoked a micro swift, and this was all at like 2 a.m. at this point. And
Oh my god.
then had to change a receiver because the antenna had popped. Oh man, it was just everything I touched once I got to Louisville fucking broke. And it was just all falling apart in front of me on the table like 6 hours before we had to be in the cave.
Hey, what was the bet that Dirt and I made?
Somebody had brought this up, and I don't remember the terms of it, so...
Dirt, do you remember?
It was, you were taking 5 quads to the cave race, and we had an over-under on how many were actually going to power up and be flyable, like how many were going to be DOA.
DOA, yeah.
And I
So
think I said...
where is the line drawn? Where is...
And I think I said 3 or more were going to be DOA and gap
DOA as I walk into the cave, or when I get to my first racing heat?
When you get to your first race in heat.
Okay, see, I got lucky there.
So I was
in the last class, so I got to go at like 1 p.m. was my first race.
You had time to fix that shit.
Uh-huh.
Damn it.
Okay, so if it was 2 or fewer DOAs, then I win, and Dirt has to buy a shirt for somebody.
2 or fewer DOAs.
Yeah, right? Is that the bet?
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay, so I got there and brought... So I had to go to the trailer, the FPV trailer, to get some parts. Got cameras and a VTX. I had the Featherlight 4-inch working before my first heat, which I then bashed into a wall at that point. And 2, I had the Shrike working.
Okay.
And that was it.
But you had 5 yeah, so I won.
God damn it! So I gotta buy a shirt for somebody.
So sorry.
Well, it's gonna be for
sorry.
me. I gotta buy myself a shirt. All right, we'll do an Instagram giveaway. We'll put one up the day this gets released.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, son of a bitch, goddamn.
How was the rest of the cave race, Blue?
Oh, it was great. Lots of destroyed quads. It was, carnage everywhere you looked. We also had a tiny whoop course set up. Jesse had set one up inside the cave further down, so we weren't bothering, the video inside. But we did a lot of whooping. Well, because I didn't qualify, I did a lot of whooping. Yeah.
Did you? Were there a lot of destroyed? I can't imagine. I bet RF is complicated in there, and I bet there's a lot of broken shit.
It wasn't too bad. We had 2 main courses running. We had the main track, and then we had the micro track, which people were running 4 and 5 inch on also. But they were like maybe 100 yards away from each other. And it was fine.
Oy.
Wow, that's pretty good.
People, yeah.
Well, the micro track just meant small track, not micro quads.
Right. Some people were flying 2-inch, 3-inch. I flew my 4-inch on there.
How'd it go? No, you didn't.
It went
qualify?
fine. The third or fourth lap must have been when the antenna had come unplugged on that receiver, and I lost control, and it just went full speed straight into the damn wall.
You need to have a great purge and get rid of all of your old gear and just start, build a fleet.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was one thing that
Triple
really
steez.
hit home this week. Was that everything I have is so different. It's such a pain in the ass to work on.
Yeah, because you have to bring 8 different kinds of spare motors, and it's just like it's the same thing. You're so used to fixing it that it's like, oh, of course this is the problem, and blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you could have a triple Steesburger.
This is true.
We've been talking about it a lot, and I don't want to seem like we're total Steez shills, but it's just a solid, simple frame. It's the frame that I've been wanting for a long time.
Yeah, they did a great job. When people ask what frame to buy for this all around rugged, cheap, good frame, I'd say get a Steez or a Brap.
Yep.
Until my frame comes out.
When's that gonna
chill.
be?
I don't know.
Oh, yo, one thing we did, we can wrap this up after this, but I wanted to talk, we came up with a little pastime at the Airbnb. We played soccer with this little light up LED ball.
Like Rocket League.
And tiny whoops, on the wood floor.
That's
it was
awesome.
the most fun ever.
That's
Was
cool.
it like a ping pong ball or something? I feel like
No, it was like, so one of the teams was using them for lights on their quads, and they were just little, like you pull a tab, like disposable LEDs basically.
Okay.
But it was in a round case and it rolled perfectly. So
What about like size wise, like baseball?
the size of the ball? No, it was
Yeah.
like proportionate of a soccer ball for a whoop. It was perfect.
Oh, so it was tiny.
It was like a dime in diameter. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's smaller
okay.
than a ping pong ball. You think
Yeah,
you just
smaller.
kind of like go drive right over it? I guess you're just scraping the ground.
Oh, you did kind of. We have GoPro footage of us like lining up for perfect shots and then just missing right over it. It's bad.
that sounds awesome. How many people were at that house?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Hey, you know what we
Six of
should do? We should take a little bit of footage from that, put it on our YouTube channel.
Good idea.
Yeah, we should.
Done.
Good idea.
And then Blue, you mentioned you got a Steez too?
Yeah. Jet tossed me a Steez as I ran out of the cave on Sunday.
Sick.
And so now I need you to help me.
Dude, they're fully taking over the FPV show.
Yeah. Yep.
Hostile takeover complete.
Yeah, I'm all for it. If people want to give us stuff for it, and it's great stuff, then
Yeah.
we'll talk about it.
The Gap, you got a BRAP, right? Were you going to build a BRAP up?
Yeah. I got double Steez.
Ooh.
And I didn't know that. So here's the. By the way, this is just show me what you got type or talk radio. But really quick, the difference that I can find between the BRAP and the Steez are the BRAP is the racing one, so it has slightly longer and slightly narrower arms, but also thicker. So it supports 6-inch. It has a different front end. I don't know what the difference is, but it's definitely different looking. The module situation.
But it's like the center pod's almost it is interchangeable.
I think the center pod is interchangeable. Yeah, I've had to guess. And then it's a little lighter, supports 6-inch, has a little bit different front end, and that's about it.
So you could take, if you bought a BRAP and a Steez, damn it, I wish I wouldn't have sent you that BRAP.
Oh, you can make two cyborgs or two
You could
hybrids.
you could take the longer arms,
Breeze.
longer,
Breeze,
lighter.
yeah, it'd have to be Drew Brees.
Strap.
But you could take the longer, lighter, narrower arms off the BRAP and put the Steez center pod on it, so you could do the toilet tank and GoPro and all that stuff.
I think the BRAP does toilet tank too. Or doesn't
I
it?
think
It's gonna be
Gap's
tight.
just trying to tell us that he's gonna start racing.
No, God, never,
Yeah.
never, ever.
That's this. Okay, here's your debut, Cave Race 2018.
Oh man,
no.
God, that's
the
a
year.
brutal. That's a brutal one to start on.
I'll go if I can race this Mojo. I'll race the Mojo there. God, if I beat somebody with the Mojo,
Was it a 2-inch?
it could be. No, it's a 5-inch.
The Mojo's
the
the
Vortex.
Mojo.
Mojo.
Oh, the Vortex Mojo. Sorry.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Come on, get with it, bro. Get with my fleet.
I pay you no attention.
All right, next thing. Gap scribes. Dirt scribes.
Yeah, dirt scraps. We can keep this short as hell, and we've already talked about it. The weather. I fucking hate the weather this year. Pissing me off.
It's the worst.
Gavin, Blue, and Dirt. Yeah.
Little follow up.
Oh my God.
Don't say follow up while I'm saying follow up.
You and I are like
Okay, I'll say
two peas
follow
in a
up.
pod. 2 peas in a podcast.
So somebody mentioned Spotify,
bad.
like getting the podcast into Spotify. I will look into it. I don't know yet.
Okay. I think a lot of Spotify made a big move. Like, I'm not sure if you guys listen to a lot of podcasts, but every single one that I listen to is like, by the way, check out Spotify. You know, the best way to get podcasts in your ear holes? It's Spotify, blah, blah, blah.
Ugh.
So they're making a move.
Yep.
Ugh.
Just download
Totally
a real
are.
podcast player because the Spotify app sucks for that stuff.
But okay, here's in my defense, I deleted Podcast Addict because I ran out of space, but I still had Spotify.
That's one thing I don't like about Overcast, which is what you and I both use, Dirt, is that it downloads shit. Like, you'll be like, well, I don't have any room in my fucking phone. And you go into Overcast, it's like, yeah, I got 5 gigs of like cached
Gimlet Media.
How many
Gimlet Media, yeah.
How many podcasts are you keeping on your phone? Like, just
don't-
go
I don't-
to the settings.
I don't subscribe to any. I don't automatic download any of them. I just stream them, and then when you stream one, it like downloads the whole episode. I
Downloads
think.
it in background. Yeah.
Oh, you can set it to streaming only, and it won't download any.
Maybe I don't know how to use a computer.
Okay.
Well, we know that.
YouTube for our shows. What do you know about that, Gap?
Well, we started a YouTube. Speaking of people listening to our show in weird ways, we started the YouTube channel. Its main goal will be just to stream audio of the show. People keep asking if we're going to do video, and we don't do these shows like we edit them, and we don't when we're talking to each other, we don't have cameras. So
It's
if we
for
ever,
the better.
yeah,
Yeah.
if we ever did camera stuff, it'd be kind of weird because it'd be choppy. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to play with that idea at some point. Maybe do a live show sometime. But for the most part, the channel is for just streaming the audio. For people that like are on their bench and they have their computer in front of them and they want to listen to the show, if they want to take out their phone, you just click on our YouTube channel and listen.
Yep.
And maybe some bonus stuff on there from time to time, like Blue's Tiny Whoop stuff.
Heck yeah. And also on our website, FPV.fm, there's a built-in player on there too. So totally benchable there also.
Oh, right.
Kids shirts. We had some requests for even smaller shirts than the smalls or extra smalls, I think, that are on the site now. So we're working on getting those up just with our regular same old logos. So
they'll be labeled kids/midriff shirts.
Yep.
So you can either be a kid and get one, or be a dude that's just really into having worn midriff.
Yep. And if you got a big gut and a midriff, you'll make Blue feel just like he's at home again.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're fit enough to have like one of those weird Audi belly buttons from being too fit, then that's the deal.
Those
gross.
disgusting thin people
they
with the
look like-
Audis.
They look like pigtails in their belly button.
Stop.
One other note on our apparel store: the hoodies that we just put up run a little bit small. So we have a big bold note in there. So if you're gonna buy a hoodie, which you should check out because they're really cool, they do run a little small. So if you want like a baggier, looser hoodie, order a size up. Or if you kind of want like a modern thin cut, I don't know what you'd call it, but a little bit tighter, just an athletic cut.
It's a sport.
It's a sport. It's a sport, you asshole.
We should have an athletic line. FPV necks. That's a good
Oh
idea.
my god.
FP V-necks. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to put some V-necks up on the store.
Speaking of, I would buy the shit out of some V-necks. I love V-necks. Speaking of vanity, I bought an extra large hoodie, and it's a little small for me because I have so many muscles.
Yep.
So maybe I can take this I owe somebody a shirt situation, and I put it on and went nope, and then put it back on the rack. So I've worn it once, and maybe that'll be the thing I give away to somebody.
Oh, it's pre-blessed.
Pre-blessed.
Christened.
Yeah, it's got just a touch. It's probably got a hair on there somewhere of mine.
So what color and size was that, Gavin?
It is an extra large, which and everywhere else in the world is a large, and it's like a dark blue. It's the hoodie, so it has our big ass logo on the back. It says FPV.fm on the front.
Sweet.
And it has just a flutter, just a little hint of Gap at BO.
Perfect.
Yeah. So if the person that wins whatever contest we do doesn't fit that, we'll figure something else out. But if you're extra large or just large, it's all yours.
I think we could probably let's do 2 separate giveaways.
Okay.
And then a shirt and a hoodie. Expect those sometime the week that you're listening to this.
Yep.
Loose news. Loose news.
I got a question real quick before we dive into blues news.
Yeah.
We all have significant others, right? We all have ladies in our lives.
Uh-huh.
Us 3 at least. And so like they
Not even the listeners.
Not
They're
all of our
nerds.
listeners.
no,
No.
literally only
You're
us
not
3.
entitled.
Yeah. Only people in the world. So Lizzie, my girlfriend, gets inundated with FPV stuff constantly. I'm sure your guys' ladies do too. How do you think they could hold their own? Like, do you think they could? Like, a couple times Liz has like taken over my name in Slack to see if she could keep up with like all the bullshit shop talk.
For
like,
real?
do you think they? How well do they know the hobby just through osmosis?
Oh man, my wife not so much. I mean, she would be able to randomly throw out terms, but they wouldn't be in the right place. She'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna need to install new gimbals on that on that drone rotor there."
On the rotary girder.
Yeah.
What we should, I think Liz could hold. I don't know. I feel like they've gleaned quite a bit. They could at least sound like they know what they're talking about.
Your eye cups are way out of whack on your.
Yeah,
on
the
your-
S
Yeah,
bus.
your IPD is shit.
You got to tune your IPD, guys.
You got your RPG numbers handy, or
We should think of some kind of segment where we can go head to head with these ladies.
Ooh.
Like some kind of
Yeah.
lightning round or quiz, but it could be great.
we bring Liz on. Let's just get Liz on. We'll interview her and just ask her about you.
We could do like Liz versus Ask Her About Me.
God, no, we are not doing.
If we're doing that, then we're bringing all of them
couples
on.
roasting
Nope,
on the
just Gap.
FPV show.
Yeah.
Just Gap.
Or we could just have a whole show where they 3 host instead of us. If we want a week off, it's just the
Oh my
FPV girls.
God,
Where do you
that
guys
would
like
be
shopping?
hilarious.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
who are you?
That's a good idea. We'll think of some little segment that'll be fun and entertaining, funny.
I still think like versus a 1 month long in the hobby noob. I think I'm Team Liz. She's a dark horse. I think that your girls could do it too versus a noob.
I'm telling her you called her that.
What, a noob?
Dark horse.
Dark horse.
A dark horse? Sorry. What about a pale horse?
Get that pale horse over here.
Okay, anyway.
See your skin.
Oh.
We've got something here about the shirt design contest.
Yeah, so maybe this is where the hoodie will go. I think we can keep blasting out shirts. Like we've sold some of those Biggie t-shirts that I'm actually wearing right now.
That's a fun one. We haven't sold too many of those, but
There was one of those at the cave.
Was
Really?
there? Awesome.
Sick.
I'm a little afraid. I'm going to LA in a couple weeks. I'm a little afraid to wear a Biggie shirt.
was
Just
a good
being a
idea.
big, goofy, tall white guy. Being like, yeah, I'm into rap. I just repurposed this guy's life for my stupid joke. Anyway, so the point there is I think we need some cool shirt designs, and people are full of good ideas that I am not. So I think we'll do an Instagram post. We'll do some shirt contest, and then the winner of that will get a hoodie. Get the hoodie then. How about that?
yeah. And then I think this could be maybe an ongoing thing. We haven't fleshed out all the rules yet, but something like if you come up with a design that we think is good enough, which is the bar is pretty low compared to if you're comparing to our shirts currently. If you come up with a cool design and we want to put it in the store, I mean, we don't really have any money to give you, but we could at least give you a couple of the shirts. So maybe that would be the payment. You come up with cool artwork and we can send you shirts back.
Awesome. Yeah, we can make all kinds of fun stuff. We can make a FPVShow version quad box if it comes to it.
You can do the shipping.
Oh, I have so much stuff. I have so many Gap. You've gotten a few Gap boxes.
So I have something on here about Clearview Fat Shark module. What is this? What is this
New
magic?
hype, hottest hype.
Have you guys
The
not
best.
I saw this last night, and I guess
Yeah,
I
that's
came in
when I
late
saw it.
because they're like this again, and I was still like hyperventilating with how excited I was. So apparently, I don't get how this didn't leak either. But apparently,
Yeah.
Clearview, what are they called? Iftron.
Yes.
Iftron, come on. Global Industries. Iftron, Clearview is making a Fat Shark module, which apparently has the same functionality as a Clearview race, plus some bonus features.
Yeah, that's what they have on their website. The same features, quality, reception, plus extra, goodies that they've been able to add, whatever that means.
And even if it was just a menu that was intuitive, that'd be a huge step up.
That's
But
this is a game. This is it, boys. Game
I was
changer.
gonna say that. Finish that word.
Game changer.
game changer. I am not. You know how much I disparage being a gear slut.
Yeah.
Like I think it's whatever. I think it's okay to be into gear as long as you know that that you're just buying toys. You're buying purses. But
Dude, our
This shit-
purses are sweet, man.
I love buying shit. This is the thing. I'm like the more excited about this than I have been about almost anything in the hobby in a long time, because it's a fucking clear view on your goggles.
Yeah. Well, and so I think it was last fall, maybe I guess I put it a year ago, or maybe it was this spring. Somebody was looking at those boards that they took the Clearview apart, the full size Clearview, and they were like, "There's no way they can make this smaller." Clearview says it's at least 2 years before they can do anything, and here we are, boom.
I don't know.
shrunk it.
Seriously though, how did it not get leaked? But so anyway, the stats on it are right now it's available for pre-sales.
Actually, the pre-sales are all sold out
Oh my god, what?
already.
I'm so
Damn
glad I
it.
got into it. I was
I'm
ordered
so
like
glad I let you
$6.50.
finish this part of the segment before I told you that.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think they're gonna be like $300-ish, or $250 or something.
That's a spendy Fat Shark module.
And they're starting shipping at the beginning of December.
Yeah, dude.
That's
I'm stoked.
insane turnover.
Well, I have to get like my goggles have the LaForge so buried in and hot glued. Like I'm just gonna have to get new goggles.
That's
I think.
disgusting.
yeah.
So I probably sold those. But anyway, Clearview on your goggles. I couldn't have asked for something more exciting for Christmas time for me, because fuck ground stations. Just
Yep. All right,
Anyway.
next on the list, it's also a goggle module. Well, kind of.
not a clear view though.
Shit.
It's not a clear view. So if you didn't get in on the pre-order, you can get one of these. The Eoshin Pro 58, it's the like 20, I don't know, it's like $30 for the module.
Oh yeah. Those
But
are
it's
awesome.
one. Yeah, I bought one and realized that it didn't support the Achilles firmware when I first got it. So then I got the 5808, which does. But now Achilles has released news about Achilles Plus. Yeah, Plus. It's a firmware for the Pro 58 with pretty much all of the features in the first Achilles for the 5808 with some other new things like lap timer is in there. Some other modes that I did not understand what they were saying in the RC Groups post. I'll link it here. But it's no longer going to be a free firmware. So he's monetizing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it expensive?
He said it's going to be a small fee, so I doubt it.
Yeah, if he just said like, okay, it's $5 and gets
Everybody would like
1,000 people to do it, then he's
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. That's the way it should work.
Yeah, I'm not against people need to make money, and if he's putting that much time into it and he feels that he can do it, more power to you, man.
Totally agree.
Cabin, blue, and dirt. Yeah.
Okay, video spurtlet.
Yeah.
Since we're just full Tiny Whoop / Brap this week, this is a Tiny Whoop vid from Tiny Whoop. Have you guys watched this yet? Are you watching it?
I'm watching it right now. I didn't know this got posted.
It's great. So Jesse, it is Jesse, is flying around to the concert, which is
Well,
fucking...
so yeah, they each night after cave racing was done, they had official Tiny Whoop racing and flying at Zanzibar. It's a dance bar in Louisville.
Club.
It's not necessarily like club. It's kind of a hipster dance scene.
Well, behind the goggle, like from the point of view of a Tiny Whoop, it
Yeah.
looks like a seat, like you're crowd surfing.
dude, there's
a
lasers
seat.
and stuff going on.
Dude, it was badass. So he's flying
Yeah.
around. It's like this Gore concert, I assume.
No, it was. I think it was a DJ that night.
It was a Gore cover DJ.
Yeah, K-pop.
And he rips around. I think at one point he flies around the DJ, and then he's cruising the crowd, and it's just really badass footage. And then he blasts some girl in the face.
Yeah.
and then so that's funny. And then and this is like a 30-second video. So then it hits the ground, and then he kind of fast forwards with him. You can tell he's looking for it. So some girl grabs it off the ground and like throws it up in the air, and it gets stuck in like the rafters or something. But it's like pointing down, so it's perfect. And then so he comes over and you see him with his big ass goofy goggles on, being like, "Hey, where's my quad? How's your face?" And then she points up and he like jumps up and grabs it, and then that's the end of the video.
Well, yeah, he's also like 10 feet tall, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it's just such a great little story. It's like 30 seconds. It's a whole story, and he fucking drills this girl in the face.
I heard from that same night though, there was people that were up by the stage where the DJ was, and apparently someone was flying the whoop like between the rail and the front of the stage, like under the people, like head banging up there.
Yeah.
And apparently someone's flying and someone headbangs straight into the whoop, and it just gets swatted straight down.
Dude, that's so fun. I bet. Like.
Yeah, they did
Flying
it
in
for
the
like
crowd?
3 nights or something, so
Oh, man.
it was really well accepted. Hopefully they'll have more whoop races there, because we don't have a whoop racing like group in Louisville.
That would
That's
be
the whole-
that would be a nuts place to set up a track around the top. So you're in a night, in a club with air
Dude,
quotes.
they said it was so
everywhere.
crazy when you would like when the laser would strike your camera, you'd be like blind for a whole second.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
badass. And there's one more here. I'm not sure if you guys watched it. It was sent to us by Matt B on Facebook. So thanks, Matt. It's just the end of this Rotor Riot video. I think it's the one where they're at the DR1 race. But anyway, there's this crazy line of sight flight at the end by what's that guy's name? Chim? Matt and Chim? Munch and Chop?
I don't know.
What's that kid's
Minchin?
name?
Chin?
No, Min and Chim?
Minchin?
Oh,
Minchin.
Minchin. Yeah.
Minchin. Minchek. Anyway, he's just
Minchek.
flying line of sight with somebody's quad. Like it's a full freestyle quad, and he's flying line of sight, and it's insane.
Whoa,
Nice.
watching the HD on that is whoa.
Isn't it weird? I don't know how he does that. I guess it's, the thing, like a trick that people know about, the thing where you're like doing an orbit while the quad is spinning on its yaw axis, right? Which seems like it's really hard.
What?
God, you'd have to balance that. Oh, brutal.
I think he just gets into a groove and
Yeah,
then
I'm
controls
sure
it
it's-
with only throttle and just keeps the yaw the same. I think. I don't know. But
You're gonna have to give it a try.
No, fuck no, dude. Living room hover like that. Anyway, it's worth a shot. And thanks, Matt, for the tip.
Yeah, Tucker's new quad's gonna be just you're gonna go give it a blast outside.
Yeah, I'll throw it out the window before the house burns down from the LiPo fire.
Do you guys hear that? That's right. We're back to tell you all about our good friends at Emax USA. We can't thank them enough, and do them a solid. Head over to emax-usa.com and check out all the stuff that they have to offer. Like the tried and true Emax 2306 motors, tons of people fly them. They are really robust, really fast. A lot of racers are flying those. And then also go check out their new the light spec, the LS 2206 and the LS 2207 motors. People like Gapit are starting to rave about selling a ton of those too.
Oh, yeah.
Also, while you're there, take a look at a lot of the other stuff they have to offer. Accessories, parts, big quads, little quads. They have stuff for every size. Stuff like the Avan props. And since temperatures, especially here in the Northwest, as we've already talked about, are dipping a little low, maybe flying indoors is something you should think about, or the light outdoor quads. Emax is the place to go for that too. They have tons of stuff, like the ready-to-rip little Emax Baby Hawk that's more of a fully assembled, or if you want to tinker and build something yourself, they have a whole line of parts for 2-inch quads.
2-inch. That's good for boys and girls.
You can find Emax parts and accessories at all the finest online retailers, or if you want to help us out at the FPV Show, head over to emax-usa.com and use the coupon code FPVShow, all one word, and save 10% off everything you can order over there. Thank you so much to Emax USA for supporting this week's show.
Okay, well, that didn't work. So we, for this lightning round this week, in case we lost it, we don't have a guest. So we're going to bring in a random guest from our Slack chat, which is a mere 3,000 people, and have to do a lightning round with them. So let's see who we get. I think we're going to get some Canadian, maybe, do some international quizzage. Oh, and they are doing some chainsawing.
Hey, man, what's up?
Oh, not too much. How about you guys?
Good. Well, who's this?
This is Racket, also known as Andrew from Edmonton, Alberta.
Alberta, I've heard of that.
He's a damn wildling. Who invited this guy?
The ice wall.
Hello. Okay, I can hear everybody now. All right. Well, this is great. Let's start the. Have you been through a lightning round? Have you listened to the show?
I've not been through a lightning round, but I've listened to it occasionally.
You've listened through one?
Sweet.
Okay, well, get your hopes up because you're about to get lightninged.
You mean let down?
You're about to get let down. All right.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what that means. Are you ready?
My hands are clammy.
Ooh, vomit on the sweater already.
Are you gonna put your clammy hands on pinch or thumbs?
Thumbs.
OSD or no?
Usually no, because I'm cheap.
Kiss or Betaflight?
Betaflight.
Tri-blade or bi-blade?
Tri-blades.
Who's your favorite super villain?
Super villain? You guys know Gru?
No.
Who?
disco
Despicable
villain?
Me? Despicable Me?
Oh, no, we don't
Yeah.
have kids.
Oh, well, okay. Neither do I.
Okay, in that case.
Y'all don't watch cartoons?
No.
You can shut down any city in the world to fly FPV for 1 hour. Which do you choose?
I'd probably Toronto, because then I could go dive the CN Tower.
Ooh.
Sick.
Yeah.
On your radio, do you use a strap, no strap, or a strap on?
Strap every day.
All in one or separate ESCs?
That goes back to the cheap thing, so separate ESCs usually.
Is FPV a hobby or a sport?
It's a hobby.
McFlurry, Frosty, or Blizzard?
McFlurry.
Yes.
Oreos, of course.
Horrible choice.
No, McFlurry, of course. If you get
Dude,
the
it's a
M&M ones,
blizzard. You can turn them upside down, and they don't
Blizzard.
fall out.
Blizzard.
first of all, you can do that with fucking McFlurries too. And
But they
secondly,
don't
Shut
do
your
it.
damn
do
mouth.
you eat it in space? Like,
But they
You
don't
don't
turn
eat
it
any
upside
of
down,
that
do
in
they?
space. That is such a... That's retarded.
Space ice cream's
Come
dry
on.
out.
space ice cream's weird. The problem with the McFlurries though is the M&M ones. Those are just pebbles because when they're
Space ice
frozen, they're
cream
so
is
fucking
weird.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
back
like
to
eating
lightning.
gravel.
It's like eating gravel. Tasty gravel.
Yeah.
Free Sky or Spectrum?
Free Sky, but with Crossfire.
Which would you rather rip? Disneyland or NASA headquarters?
Disneyland.
Everybody says Disneyland. I don't get it.
We could
There's a lot
go
of kids
between
that
Mickey Mouse's ears.
Yeah. There you go.
He's a cartoon lover.
Cartoons. Yeah, the guy loves cartoons.
Yeah.
Do you sit or stand to fly?
Usually stand unless I'm attempting to race, then I'll sit down.
Okay. Do you top or bottom mount?
Bottom.
Have you used turtle mode?
Once.
Your antenna,
Oh,
circular polarized or dipole?
Circular.
Race flight or have to be roommates with Kevin Spacey?
I'm going to go with race flight on that one.
And it's a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Race flight.
And
for
you're
sure.
15.
Oh, no. Is that legal?
It's cool.
Well, it depends on who you are. Yeah. What's the next part in FPV to have a major advancement?
I want to say batteries, but I know it's not true.
Well, what is it?
Well, I'm hoping that we can get more guys up in the air at once. So, like, some sort of fancy digital analog in between.
That'd be cool. All right.
The
Tethered
upside
flight.
down.
All right, I think we're in the eye of the storm. We got to hit that. What is the lightning round to know we're done? Ah, there we go.
Sorry. It's late on the draw there.
It's all right. We'll have the music, the editor fix it later.
All right, man. So you can just close this tab and we'll get to wrap up the rest of the show. Later.
Oh.
The FPV show with Gabby, Blue, and Dirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Voicemails? Should we go through this fleet of, what was it? What did we say? Shrewdness?
Yeah.
What was the thing for stingrays?
Fever.
A fever.
Yeah.
That's so good. I got a fever.
I know. It
Seagulls.
makes no sense. Fever of seagulls. It would be way better.
Who makes those things? Like, is it the person that
Seagulls?
discovers the species?
No, it's just something that's. I have taxonomist to it, I guess.
No, it's the IPC, the International Plurality Council.
Oh, I love the IPC. I love the ICP, actually. What do you call a group of juggalos? Unemployed.
Okay, first voicemail. Here we go.
Hey, boys. This is
Hey.
Bot Grinder. A very sober Bot Grinder. But I had a question that I really want everybody's opinion on. You know how, like, old people will leave AA batteries in their refrigerator so they last longer or whatever their fucking reasoning is? I'm like, say you charged all 10 of your packs to go fly and then arrange for 4 days. Instead of discharging them, do you think it'd be possible just to put the batteries in your freezer? Would that halt the discharging process of the batteries long enough to not do any long-term damage to them? And then go fly after like 4 days with them or whatever. Just curious as to y'all and the audience's thoughts on that. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.
I'm pretty sure that's a solid yes.
That it's good for your batteries?
To
Yeah.
put them in the freezer?
Bot Grinder, put all your batteries in the freezer immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't even. 4 days. I just had my batteries charged for 4 freaking weeks. Like, it's not the worst thing for them.
Is there a benefit to keeping them in the fridge? I thought that was
Oh,
something
I
my
don't-
grandma
I don't
did because
think-
she's crazy.
Well, those are also two entirely different battery chemistries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about alkaline, non-rechargeable AA batteries. Those versus lithium polymer, they're completely different chemistries.
Okay.
So I don't think you do, because if anything, it's going to slow down the discharge process.
I just don't think we have any idea. I wouldn't recommend it. Just 'cause
No,
we
I
don't
mean,
know.
also just discharge them. Just go fly.
Yeah, you should probably just go fly instead of fucking around your freezer all day, Bot Grinder.
Yeah. Do you even own a freezer? Do they have freezers on hobo trains?
He doesn't even have a freezer.
I'm just kidding. We love you.
Hey guys, this is James Nader. I'm actually currently listening to the Bot Grinder episode right now,
Speak of the
and I had to
devil.
pause it because you guys were talking about the long range and what it should be called with quads, because we're not really going a true long range. I came up with an idea of calling it extended range, just because on Boeing's 777 airplanes, their aircraft is like the 777-200, like that's their standard distance or standard range model. And then they have the 777-200ER, which is the extended range, and then they have the LR, which is the long range, the
Interesting.
the longest one. So we're kind of like right in the middle, So I figured that's probably the closest the closest type of range we can call ourselves, I guess. But anyway, I just wanted to add that input, and then I'm gonna go back to listening to the rest of the episode. See you guys.
Thanks, James. That's a good call. It's a good taxonomy. Speaking of, go ahead.
I was going to say, so we don't infringe upon their naming. Why don't we just call it extendo range?
What's the name of that penis pill? Extends?
Oh,
We'll call it Extends FPV.
Extends. If your battery lasts more than 4 hours, consult doctors immediately.
Yeah. If your range exceeds 4 kilometers. Really quickly on James.
I kind of like it.
I like it too. He just put out a couple of videos. I think he put out one called Extended Range. That guy is doing, because he's from around here, these parts, and he just has a lot more, like, I don't know how he's flying constantly now because it's always raining. But he's been putting out some kick-ass videos. He put one out just the other day called, like, Weatherproof or something. I forget which one it was, but there's this, like, epic train track bridge that he flies where it's just like a train track wide that goes across the whole bay. I don't know. He's just putting out some really, really, really cool stuff. And I think he just lost his main quad in the ocean, like, yesterday. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. We should maybe do a quad pantry thing for him at some point.
Pour one out for your homies.
Didn't
Pour
he
one
win
out
the
for
first one?
Jamesies.
Or his buddy won
His
the
buddy
first
did,
one?
yeah. So I was talking to him on Slack, and I was like,
Why don't you just go shake him down?
He said he did. He said, like, he's like, oh, I got a couple spares that are kind of, janky, but I can get them to work. And I was like, and he was like, yeah, one of them is the one you guys sent me. And I was like, ugh, Bill built that. So
Bill blued that.
Bill blued it. That should be a new segment, Bill's Blutes.
Who the hell
Hey
is
guys,
Bill?
this is Doug. I'm just calling because I just moved over stateside here, and I'm preparing to hunker down for the winter, the upcoming weather, rain and snow and whatever comes down from the sky. And I just wanted to know what you guys think about how protective silicon conformal coating really is against the elements. Because it's not going to stop me. I'm still going to rip Jolly right around and fucking smash mad. So I just want to know if I say, like, torrential downpour, but I've got every bit of electronics on my quad just completely covered and coated and dried and whatever. Am I good? Will I just have to, like, rinse my motors with DI water? Because, yeah, I'm going to smash still. It's not going to stop me. And if I rent a quad, then that's that. But I wanted to see if you guys had any experience with heavy flight use under those conditions. So, thanks. Love the show. Keep it up, guys. Bye.
You gotta, first off, the quick note, you gotta know we weren't laughing at you. It's just the way you're wording sentences and stuff is just so not American. It's just funny.
No, yeah, I'm not laughing at it. But rip Jolly around is something I'm going to use the rest of my
so
FPV life.
Sounds amazing.
That's what triggered me.
Well, then Blue started laughing, and I couldn't help it.
I know, and then Dirt was laughing. That's the problem. When Dirt laughs, all hell breaks loose.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
Dude, I think that conformal coating is, once you've got it, if you do it properly and you get it a couple coats, because I think like the 2 or 3 coats is where you fix your missed spots on the first coats.
Yeah.
Just dunk it.
Basically, you're saturating, you're dunking the whole damn thing by the time you're done.
Also, pro tip, if you use a black light or a UV LED or even a blue LED, you can see where you've put the conformal on.
And all of the sanding you've done in that room, too.
Yes.
Yeah. How much rain can you fly in? If you conformal coat the shit out of your rig and it was pouring down rain,
Okay,
could
so
you
I've
still
raced
fly it?
in rain. I raced at the water park in rain, and it's not the components that hold you back. It's being able to see.
Yeah, it's the lens.
Yeah, the lens gets completely clouded over with drops and fogs up, and you can't conformal your sensor.
Right.
So that's the weak point.
And when it's that rainy, like, you're always going to be fogging up in your goggles, and your radio shit's going to be all wet. It just sucks to fly in the rain because you don't get very good footage, and because the lighting sucks inherently, and because you get water on your lens and you're blind immediately.
Yeah, your GoPro's useless too in rain.
Yeah. That said, there's a lot of like really, really thick fog, that's, you can fly in that, and if that can ruin your shit if you're not conformal sometimes because it's just so much moisture. But I think the answer is conformal. If you do it right, like Dirt was saying,
it's great.
It's like a bat suit.
Yeah.
I fly in the snow all winter, and I don't care and especially landing in the soft snow, you don't break anything.
Yeah.
You just get snow packed in all over, and you kind of just go in and blow it off with your mouth. And then
what else were you gonna blow it off with?
I didn't want anybody to think that I had compressed air or something.
I just blow it off,
blow it
like
a few
with your
times,
mouth.
clear the shit off the motors and off the ESCs or whatever, and set it down and take off.
Yeah, you gotta go for that Jello shot.
So just blow it off.
2 quick words of caution that I think we've gone over on the show before, but if and when you use conformal, be very careful not to let it wick into your USB, because it'll make that so it doesn't want to talk anymore.
Or any other ports.
And careful with your camera sensor.
Yeah.
Other than that, also, pro tip: be careful if your board has an SD card slot. Also, be careful with that.
And buttons too.
Buttons, yeah, stupid buttons.
And then there's some of that, like, it looks more like grease, but if you're really concerned, you can put some of that grease stuff inside the port.
Corrosion X?
Yeah, but there's like just inside the USB port, so it...
Okay.
Most people don't do that.
Dude, used... That stuff's the worst. Yeah, I used it once way early on, and I just sprayed my whole, like, all my electronics down, and it ruined, like, my old bag. It got all over my car, because you're just greasing it. I thought it would, like, evaporate off and be a film, but it was just like, no, you just dunked your shit in lube.
Lard.
Yeah.
Lard, yeah, and it repels water, but it also gets everywhere.
You got that new duck fat?
Is this Tyrannus comfy?
Gosh, we're so proper.
All right, here's another accent.
That voice is creepy as fuck. Brian here from Scotland, Flyway Team Prop Nuts, talking about trying to keep your batteries warm. It happens all the time in Scotland. It's freezing over here. So I use, and everybody makes fun of me, but they all fucking want to try it anyway, is turn into a LiPo warmer bag. You basically use another LiPo.
Turn into a LiPo warmer.
You put your batteries in it, and it keeps them nice and toasty, and you can adjust the temperature. And it basically means that you've got a nice toasty warm battery. You can also use it to warm up your bars, but again, it's at risk. But keep up the good work, guys. Like the show. Love to come on sometime. If you're up for that, give us a call. Or no, because this is probably costing a fucking fortune.
Okay, so it's like a little portable, like a lunch, those insulated lunch bags?
Yeah, but it's got a heating pad in it.
That's awesome. I wonder, can you use your flown, your dead packs as the power to heat this little heating pack?
Probably.
I wonder if it has an XT60.
I doubt it's regulated.
I bet it's easy. I mean, we can just you could probably put one on there. Nothing like homemade electronics to hold your battery bomb bag.
Yeah, that heats it up.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, hand warmers. You just shake one up, throw it in your bag, and you're good.
So that sounds twice as dangerous to me as the little putting an XT60 on a heating pad.
Nah. What's the worst that could happen?
Was that our first long range phone call?
Maybe.
I think. Well, we gotten like 9 from Australia. Just like 5 minutes ago, we got from Australia.
Oh yeah.
Which is way more long range. But that said, I think there's no cooler accent than a Scottish accent.
Yeah, that was deep too.
It was thick. Oof. It was just full of peat moss.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking love Scottish accents. Anyway, thanks. What did he say at the end? You could warm up your something, your balls.
You put your balls in it.
Yes.
I couldn't understand. I thought you said pause.
He said, "Warm up your balls."
Can you try that one more time?
Yeah, what
please?
was that?
That's all you got.
Was this like the inner London, like the inner city London 1920 part of Scotland?
Those peaky blinders.
Those peaky in Scotland blinders. This is what they sound like over there, then.
Are you bloody fucking mad? All right, that's all we got. Okay.
This is from Crank.
Hi, just calling in. This is John Jordan, FPV151, to say thank you guys for making an awesome podcast. Also to say thank you for leaving the Frasier theme song stuck in my head 24 hours a day, 7 days a freaking week. That's awesome to have running through your head all day long. Got a question for you guys. Do a lot of stuff in the RC car world. I know Gaffett's messed around with that a little bit. Question is, do you guys think that RC racing quads or freestyle quads will ever be as big as remote control cars or that industry in general? Thanks again, guys. Keep up the great work.
Are cars big?
See that?
Hey, baby,
was FPV was your first jaunt in RC, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, everyone had like a shitty RC car.
Okay, not Tyco RC or something.
Yeah,
or
Tyco. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
But I do think RC cars and, like, for instance, I don't know. I guess you could kind of lump RC car, like, the RC helis and RC planes into probably all three are more popular than FPV. I think.
For sure. They're also 10 times as old.
Yeah, that's true.
Established, not old.
Established, yeah. Well, I mean, they are old, I bet you the people flying them have like an older, just their age is average age is probably older too. I don't know. Is this the skateboarding of RC stuff?
Absolutely.
Is this for the young hip?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whippersnappers.
I think it'll grow. I think also people.
We are the lords of Dogtown.
I think that people also, you can put an FPV. They can be the same thing, can't they? Can't you put a camera on a car and buzz around?
Sure, but it's also insane to control that at 70 miles an hour bouncing.
Not if you got stabilization on. Oh wait, what's this? Hang on. We have a quick update from Wreck-It. We didn't ask him a peanut butter question, so I had to ask him via Slack. He says he prefers crunchy.
Crunchy.
Yeah, just thought I would. Yeah. Fail. No,
back to the newsroom.
All right, back to the newsroom.
Hey guys, it's Nick. I just thought of the best possible question. So, I have a little lightning round for you guys. Answer as fast as you can. If you had to instantly write a screenplay and pick 3 cast members for any movie regarding FPV or quads or whatever, one caveat being that quads can't be taking over the world because that's too obvious. Go. Boom.
This is a question for Liz, by the way.
People that know casts, people that know the names of movie people.
It would be...
Okay, so Gap, it would be Kevin Spacey.
Oh, wait, we're in this
No,
now?
I would be Jason Statham, obviously. I have the same accent. I have the same wicked abs.
I'd be, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
And Blue would be, who's from the South?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Blue is exactly Billy Bob Thornton. And Dirt would be Frasier, of course.
Yeah,
Kelsey Grammer. Yeah.
Greetings, all.
I'm
Are you
actively
ready to
texting
fly
Liz.
drones?
She's going to have a Photoshop done before this.
I said, quick, pick a cast
done.
for FPV movie. And then I see the ellipses moving. So I'll news bulletin that shit in.
Yeah, will you bring us back?
Let's play the next voicemail, and then we'll circle back to that one.
Hey guys, I just wanted to know if I sounded far away. Do I sound far away?
Yeah, you do.
Is this long range? Oh, now.
I don't know. That's it.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Was that him giggling or him making beep beep sounds?
I think he's blooping us.
He's beep blooping.
This is David Richardson. Facebook drama sucks, and everybody needs to stop being so critical and just go fly. And if you don't like Tommy ripping a bridge in Canada with a possibly overweight quad, don't do it, and be okay.
Words to live by.
Yeah. If you don't like Facebook drama, don't go on Facebook.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, Gabbit.
That's voluntary. I don't mind Facebook drama. I love Facebook drama.
Circling back, what would the plot of a good FPV movie be?
It would... Okay, do you all remember the Richie Rich movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are after.
Yes, yeah, the kid. It's like, I mix it up with Blank Check and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember the skateboard movie where the kid moves from California to the Midwest or whatever, and he kind of like
Johnny Tsunami?
No, it was maybe it was Rollerblades. And
Blades.
You know, yeah, and there's like hardcore bladers around him, but he's the new kid from California, and there's like this downhill race, and he like wins the race. This is the big challenge they do every year.
Oh, fuck!
You know the one I'm talking
90s.
about. It is so 90s. It'd be like that, but for drones.
Oh, we're Googling it.
I know,
Is it called Airborne?
Airborne 93.
Airborne. Let me double check.
Oh man, look at that cover.
So Liz says the person to play Mr. Steele is Giovanni Ribisi. Do you know who that is?
She's way too cultured for me.
Clarification: it was Airborne that I was thinking of.
Good.
Giovanni.
Man. That guy. You know that guy.
Oh yes, that's him.
Oh man.
And he could play a dick.
Yeah, he always plays a dick.
Okay.
I think it's funny because Liz, that's what she does. Like that's her big hobby is screenwriting stuff, and we talked a lot about FPV movies. She says basically dodgeball with drones, and we can have a mustache. We can have a mustache fight.
Not too bad. I think she's onto something.
Bridge dives plus soft targets suck.
That's it.
What did he say?
That again?
Bridge dives plus soft targets suck.
Bridge dives. No, bridge dives plus
soft targets.
Suck?
Sucks. Sucks or suck? Suck.
I don't get what he's saying. Is he saying that the cars were soft targets and that we should be careful?
I think.
And that was
That makes the
We
most
demand
sense.
clarification.
Yeah, he's talking about like
Call
overweight
back,
people.
man. Call back. We'll play it again.
Yeah, call back.
Yo, what's up? It's Joe Stan again. All right. Yeah, that dude on the voicemail is creepy as shit. All right. Gab, do you have a significant other? And if so, what is his name? All right, that's all. I'll think of more.
Yes, I have a significant other. Here's a quick gripe. The term boyfriend/girlfriend, like, there's nothing in between. Like, if I was 13,
You could be holding hands between classes, and you could be living together and still be the same thing.
yeah, like exactly. Like, we're essentially like common law married at this point, but like she's my girlfriend because we're not married, and there's no in between. There's no like, and like partner just sounds so fucking lame.
So she's your extended friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
this is
yes,
just
I
a
have
friend.
I have a significant other who is a female person.
This is my life partner.
Yeah, there's nothing in between. What do you say? Do other languages have something from between?
I don't know.
I'm sure
Just say
there
you're-
is.
Just say you're married.
I tell, like, whenever we're like signing up for something or like insurance or whatever, I just say fiance, and they're like, "Oh, congratulations, they'll give you a discount." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you will." Goddamn right.
Liz is like, God, when will you ask?
We've been, yeah. No, I don't think that's a problem. Okay. So yes, that's his name. Okay.
Hey guys, this is Ancient FPV. Just wanted to ask, for quite a few shows, especially recently, you guys have been, down on social media, the flame wars and stuff like that. So other than Slack, I'm curious about, especially when you're posting videos, if there are good interactions that you have, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, with comments or conversations or something like that, because you're, especially Gapit, you're putting up videos, and so I'm wondering what you get out of it when you get reactions from your viewers. All right, thanks a lot. Love the show. Bye.
Is that essentially why do you post videos?
I don't know if it's that or where do we socialize media?
No, I think he was asking. We were always complaining, like Facebook, like the Rotorite group, and everybody turned into a bunch of whiny, twerps, and it's like it's getting annoying to go there.
Yeah.
That's what you guys said. I would never say that.
No.
But he's asking, like, is there any place, like, we like our little Slack chat room because it's nice and we know the people in there and we don't really put up with too much of that crap. The water's warm. Come on in. And then, so he's asking, are there any other places besides our Slack that we do get good actual conversation and feedback and that sort of stuff?
Gotcha. Not really. I mean, we talk. Us three.
Is he talking about from listeners? We get
Just
a lot
from-
of
yeah.
stuff from Facebook and email.
I think he means like what do we browse in our own personal lives?
Oh, Slack is the only thing that eats up my phone battery.
There's good comments on Instagram stuff every once in a while. There's just so many fewer comments.
Instagram is just a bear to get around.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
The thing I like about Slack is that it's in real time, right?
And it's
very
the
close
best
to it.
distraction.
It's a great distraction, but like I think that when you have it's closer to a conversation than back and forth on, because like no one's gonna write a 4-paragraph comment on Slack, right? So it's a little more like a real conversation. And Slack, it's like a little family at this point, with like the 30 active people. Everyone knows each other really well. We all know our buttons. We can't push with one another. Yada yada yada.
The Gap does push.
I do push. Oh, this is home. And Elsky.
Is
Hi,
Giorgio Romani or whoever that dude was?
Giovanni Ribisi?
Yeah.
Is not here. Elsky is, though.
I wanted to meet Giovanni.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hi.
You're banging around. Okay. Sorry, it's going to be a little dog heavy in here for the next few minutes, but we'll just keep it rolling.
Elsky?
Hi.
She said hi.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello today.
How's your
Hello
quad
today.
flying?
I haven't been doing that much flying this week because of the rain, but and because my complete lack of experience or know-how.
Okay.
Ooh, ask her a question.
Sounds about right. How's your
FTV quiz.
Did you upgrade your gimbals yet?
I had both my thumbs amputated in a tragic gimbal accident, and I am leaving that life behind.
Okay, sounds
good. Have a great day.
See you guys.
That was Liz. I'm back. Okay, next voicemail.
Hey, it's Wreck-It. Just on the Rotor Riot video. Shouldn't have been that big of a deal, but come to tell you, the timing couldn't have been worse. That's all. See ya.
Damn it! We should have done this before we had him.
Wasn't he just on the show?
Oh yeah. What timing couldn't have been worse for what?
Our timing couldn't have been worse for that question.
I think he meant because Canada's putting a lot of new
regulations in.
Yeah, drone. I don't know if they're drone specific or aviation or what, but yeah, there's a lot of shit happening right now.
Yeah, I think it was already kind of a hot topic before the Bridgegate situation.
Leave it to drones.
Bridgegate. Yeah, that sucks. I don't really care that much about it, but my take on it was that if somebody came to my area and then did something that caused, or at least helped speed through legislation that limited my flight, I'd be a little mad.
I think they'd probably be a dick in my book.
Yeah, and I'd think that whatever. I mean, it was going to be somebody, right, that pushed it to the end.
Yep.
But I would be a little frustrated if that was the case with me.
On the flip side, I'm more of a I'm gonna fly. I don't really care what the regulations are. If I feel like going up to 450 feet, I'm probably just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm all for regulation. I think it should be harder to fly FPV stuff. But I also like I think the public, it should be harder for them, but I'm gonna do whatever. I was here when it started, you bitches.
I don't need no license.
Get off my Skylon.
Hey guys, this is Ancient.
Nope. All right, here's the last, and this is the last voicemail.
Why?
Hey, this is Cody. I don't have an FPV name because I'm not that cool. If Wikipedia is to be believed, then antennae is the shit on top of bugs and lobsters and stuff. And antennas is the right plural noun for the shit on the back of your quad and on your goggles.
Interesting.
So you can insist on saying antennae, but you will be an asshole and you will be wrong. Thanks.
All right.
Burn.
Ouch,
Touche.
man.
He also says antenna kind of like Dirt says it.
I know. You're saying it wrong.
He's
Screw
squeaked in
you.
an ain't.
You mean properly.
Improperly. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a delineation there. Good to know. Now I'm an asshole and I'm wrong. At least I don't have to say it anymore because I hate spelling it.
And with that, I think it's about time we should close it down. Do you think?
I think so. What do you think, Elsky? Oh, she's in the... Never mind. She's not behind me anymore.
You could find out everything about us at fpv.fm. We have links on there to our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube page, which we're starting to utilize more, like we mentioned earlier in the show. You can leave us voicemails, questions, comments, whatever you can think of. Come and bitch about something at us. The number's 929-277-7985. And almost most importantly, we have links on there to the apparel store where we have shirts. We have that sweet shirt design contest that we talked about coming up. The new hoodies, flex fit and snapback hats, socks, stickers, phone cases. We have all sorts of stuff up there. People are loving it, so you should go check it out and buy some stuff and help us support the show because we make a few bucks on everything you buy, and it helps us keep the lights on around here. And thank you to Emacs for sponsoring this week's episode. And double thanks to our special guest, Nobody.
He's my favorite.
Later, guys.
Peace, yo.
It's like a rock, paper, scissors. If we harmonize, we lose.
I can't do this.
Okay, start the show.
My falsetto's not what it once was.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Yeah, dirty bear.
Yeah, probably. I'll put that at the end. And we don't have to have outtakes every time either. The whole show is kind of outtakes, really.
I love the outtakes. Whenever I listen to it, I always listen to like the first 10 minutes, and then I skip all the way to the end and listen to the outtakes.
That's called cheating.
Yeah.
Do you read the last chapter of a book first?
No.
Those Harvey Boys books will get you, man.
I never go back and listen to the middle of the shows, though. I don't. Questions or comments.
Or whatever. Yeah, comments.
Leave good question, leave good comment. Do you remember that from like episode 1?
Yeah.
I forgot about
Just remember, okay, guys, it's great. So leave a good question, leave good comment.
Here we go. A little ad. Let's get some ad music. Let's feel it.
Son of a bitch! God damn it!
Got it.
Son of a bitch!
Got that,
Son of a
bitch! God damn it!
You gone.
Son of a.
Got that, blue.
You gone. You gonna be great.
God damn it!
With your lavender. Go. Go back to where you came from.